Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Now I'm trying a new form of video. For an upcoming Exploring Stations episode, I will be visiting these stations in person, but I've decided let's talk some history of some Great Western Railway stations. If this is a good concept and you do enjoy it by the end of the video, please do consider subscribing to the channel. It would mean a lot to me. Turn on those post notifications so you never miss another video. I try to upload at least once a day at 6 PM UK time with loads of bus shorts as well. Leave a like on this video if you enjoy the Exploring Station series. Of course, I will be visiting these stations in person on the 25th of January for the video to come out maybe on the 28th. I'm not sure. That's Newbury, Bedwin, Hungerford and Pewsey. In this video, we're going to be talking Newbury, past, present and future. Let's get into the history, the future, past, present of Pewsey Railway Station. Okay, Newbury Railway Station. It's located at the centre of the market town it serves of Newbury, which is located in the English county of Berkshire. It's about 53 miles or 6 chains away from the 0 point which is measured at London Paddington, and it's served by the stopping services between Reading and Newbury and Bedwin, and by the faster services between London Paddington and Exeter St David's, and all the other parts of Devon and Cornwall. All train services at the station are operated by Great Western Railway, who do manage the station. It was once a junction with the now defunct North-South Didcot, Newbury and Southampton Railway, and it was also a junction for the also defunct Lambourne Valley Railway. Throughout this video, I will refer to the Didcot, Newbury and Southampton Railway as DN and SR, and the Lambourne Valley Railway as LVR. So let's talk general information. So of course, it's located in Newbury, Berkshire, and it's managed by Great Western Railway. At this station, there's 3 platforms in use with 5 tracks. The station code is MBY, and its classification is DFT category C1. Its original company was the Berks and Hants Railway, and pre-grouping and post-grouping, it was Great Western Railway. It opened on the 21st of December 1847, before DN and SR opened in 1881. DN and SR Winchester opened in 1885, before the LVR opened in 1898. Between 1908 and 1910, the station actually went under some rebuilding, which we'll talk about later. The LVR actually closed on the 4th of January 1960, followed by the DN and SR in 1964. In terms of passenger numbers, in the 2022-2023 year, it had 1.208 million passengers with an interchange of 0.112 million passengers. In 2023 to 2024, it did have an increase from the previous year of 1.380 million passengers with 0.115 million as an interchange. Those passenger statistics are from the Office of Rail and Road. Now, the line opening. It was opened on the 21st of December 1847, which was as part of the Berks and Hants Railway from Reading to Hungerford. Newbury was an important junction on the DN and SR, the first section of which opened between Didcot and Newbury in 1881. The route to Winchester was then opened in 1885, but it was not until 1891 that a route to Southampton was completed. However, the route did not include the planned independent Southampton terminus, and instead used the terminus owned by the London and South Western Railway. In 1898, the Lambourne Valley Railway, LVR, was opened, which ran from the west of the station to Lambourne, northwest of Newbury. Trains to Lambourne started from the bay on the north platform at its western end. Now the station expansion. By 1890, Newbury was actually an important station and junction. There were 2 lines through the station, covered by an overall roof, plus footbridge, turntable, goods yard, and 2 bay platforms. However, the expansion of the DNS and SR and the later opening of the LVR created a bottleneck in Newbury, especially for express trains on the Reading to Plymouth line. Between 1908 and 1910, as I mentioned previously, the station went under some rebuilding to extend the platforms and create 2 loops to ensure the trains stopping at the station do not block the line for express and freight trains. Red brick was used for the new station buildings, which are now in use today. I'll flash a picture up on screen of what Newbury looked like in the early 20th century. And a new footbridge was built across the station. The expansion also included the building of 2 signal boxes, one at each end of the station. It was possible to hear the bells in these boxes ringing from a point midway along the main platforms. Access to the yard became possible from the down and up through lines and the main up north platform. Line closures. The 1960s saw the closures of both the DN and SR and LVR due to decline in passenger and freight traffic on both lines. Regular local services southwards to Winchester ended in March 1960, and those northwards to Didcot in September 1962. The last passenger train to use the DNNSR ran in May 1964, a rerouted express train resulting from a derailment at Reading West. The tracks were lifted in 1967. British Railways withdrew LVR passenger services on 4th January 1960, but freight services continued to serve RAF Welford into the 1970s. When the United States Air Force decided it no longer needed to use the railing, it handed control back to BR in 1973. One last passenger special operated on the line in November of that year before the line was totally closed and the track later lifted. As a result of the closure of the LVR, the bay platform on the north side at the western end of the station was no longer needed, and the track was removed. The bay on the south side remained in use into the 1970s for accessing local trains to Bedwin until a down express had passed. The local train would reverse into the bay to leave the main down platform free and express to cool, thus allowing passengers disembarking from the express to board the local train for onward travel towards Bedwin. The south bay was later removed when the station was re-signalled and the track layout altered to allow down expresses to serve the north side platform. Both West End bays are now car parks, and we will, when we visit the station, have a look at the old bay platforms on the west side of the station. The sole East End bay on the north side of the line is maintained for use for eastbound passenger services starting at Newbury. Again, we'll have a look at this too. Locally, it's still called the Compton Bay because of its original purpose on the DN and SR. Quickly about electrification and modernisation. In December 2018, Newbury became the western limit of electrification from Reading as part of the Great Western Electrification Scheme. To prepare for the station for electrification, it was announced it would benefit from a £6 million upgrade to improve connections for pedestrians and public transport users. A new footbridge was completed in May 2018, allowing disabled access across the platforms, replacing the old footbridge, which was dismantled in June 2018 after nearly 110 years of service. Now, electric wired gantries have been erected over the station canopies, which will cut back for the removal of the footbridge. In terms of the future of the station, in June 2021, now this is pretty old what I'm looking from, GWR submitted plans for a redevelopment of the station, which would see ticket gates brought inside, new business units, a new multi-storey car park, and a second bicycle parking station. So, now let's talk the actual station. So the station layout, it currently has 2 through platforms both on loops off the main line, leaving 2 through tracks running through the middle of the station. There is also a bay platform on the northeast side for short trains to and from Reading. These parts of the station layout have all survived from the expansion in 1908. The platform access was converted to entry by ticket through automatic barriers in 2013. The up platform, or the north platform, has provision for trains to call in either direction. The facility is not frequently used in the current timetable except during periods of severe line congestion to avoid delays. To the east of the station, there is a siding on the up line. It's still commonly used for storing engineering units. Local services sometimes use it to allow passengers wishing to travel to intervening services to connect from the intercity services. Also to the east of the station on the down line is a loop, which also runs through the Newbury Racecourse railway station, which is used regularly as a passing point by freight trains and also by local services in the same way as the sidings on the north side. This loop is also used by local services calling at Newbury Racecourse during the race days. Special charter trains called by steam locomotives often use the loop to take on water because it has good road access down the down platform in Newbury Station can also be used for this purpose. The station is now signalled with the colour light signals controlled from Thames Valley Signalling Centre in Didcot. Talking some station facilities, it's operated by Great Western Railway and it has a staff ticket office open on weekdays and weekends, car parks on both sides of the station, covered bicycle storage, taxi rank, toilets and a shop on platform 2, and waiting rooms on both main platforms. Of course, as I said, we will have a look when we're actually there. So Great Western Railway services, they operate an hourly, Monday to Saturday, semi-fast regional service between London, Paddington and Bedwin that calls here, along with a local stopping service to and from Reading, also hourly, calling at intermediate stations. In the early morning and mid-late evening, these are combined into a single Reading to Bedwin service. Additionally, long-distance services run to Bristol Temple Meads, Exeter St David's, Frome, Paignton, Plymouth and Penzance. Most of these services run in the evening, although there are a number of daytime workings. So, National Rail. The preceding station on the Reading to Taunton line is Reading, with the following station being Hungerford, Pewsey, Taunton. And also on the Reading to Taunton line, the preceding station Thatcham, with the Kintbury being the next one. And also Newbury Racecourse being preceding, and the terminus is, of course, Newbury. Disused railway is the D, N and SR, with Hermitage being the preceding station, line and station close, with Woodhay the following station, again, line and station close. And for the Lambourne Valley Railway, it was the terminus, and then in the following station was Newbury Westfields Halt, which again, the line and station has been closed. It was part of the Great Western Railway until Britain's railways were nationalised in 1948. After the sectorisation of British Rail in 1982, the station became part of Network South East and was also a stop on the Intercity network. From 1996 to 2004, services were provided by Thames Trains, and then from 2004 to 2006, services were provided by First Great Western Link. Since 2006, services have been provided by Great Western Railway, who rebranded from First Great Western many years ago. So that is the history and current layout of Newbury. I've done the past, the present, and the future of the station. And of course, I will chuck images up. Well, you would have still already seen them, as and when I've talked about it. If you enjoy this video and you want to see more videos just like this with Bedwin, Hungerford, Pewsey, and many other stations across the line, not just exploring them, but going in depth, just sitting down, going in depth about them, make sure to leave a like on this video, comment on this video down below what you enjoyed about it, what you want to see in the next video if you want me to continue this series. Subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications. I upload daily so you don't miss the Exploring Stations episode where I visit this Newbury station along with Bedwin, Hungerford and Pewsey for a big, what do you call it, a big bust episode, 30 minutes in length hopefully, depending on how much I record at them. Thank you very much for watching this video. Thanks for all the support, by the way, in all the videos that I have uploaded in the past, present and future. I will see you in the next one. Have a good one. Bye-bye.